And the biggest thing you'll see today is a lot of success when it comes to school comes out of the classroom. Be able to do things unconventionally to be able to really get ahead of yourself. Got myself an iced latte. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about how to pretty much do what you need to do to get the most out of your school experience in the new school year. I am here getting out of my comfort zone, talking to you from a public cafe. It's funny because in front of me, it's just glass and I'm sure people can see me from outside in. I'm just going to tell them it's a school project. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and I'm just going to say I'm going to do a school project even though I'm not even in school right now. Let's get into the different tips. I'm going to go over 12 tips that's going to help you in your school year, whether you are going into university, college, master's, or PhD. I squeezed the hell out of my university experience and I got a lot out of it. That's when I can say education makes sense, when you know how to use the institutions or the platform that you're in getting the education. Yes, academics is great. I graduated my bachelor's in honors in business, and then I also did multiple other things. I had a 6-figure business 1 year after university. Well, it hit 1 year after university. So I know a little bit of something in terms of investing your time correctly. Last 3, I would say, are one of the most important pillars to even understand everything I say in the first 9. With all of these, I'm going to tell you why, if you don't do it, what happens as a consequence in the future. So you can understand the opposite of what it does for you when you actually do it. If you're new to my channel, my type of content is the one where you're doing stuff and you just put it on listen and you just hear it and retain the information. So if you have something to do, you should go ahead and do it and just put me in the background as you listen and you learn, or just take notes if you are actually listening and put it in the comments. First one is you have to join clubs. I don't care what anybody says, you have to join clubs. If you just go through your school route, just going to classes and so on, that ain't gonna do anything for you unless you're a next level genius. I'm never a next level genius. Guys, I was actually tested in grade 4 if I was a genius and I came average. I think I'm kind of a genius. But anyways, you need to be able to get experience outside of the classroom. And clubs is a beautiful thing. Every place has a million dozen clubs. Matter of fact, you can even start a club. So here are 3 club types I would recommend you to be part of. Don't just join one. I would actually tell you to join multiple. And you don't have to do it all in your first semester, first year, whatever. Do at your own pace. So I would say to join a club that's related to your career. So because I was in commerce, I joined business competition clubs, different kind of behind the scene business competitions. So I would either compete in business competitions or I would be the part of organizing the business competition. So that way I get to learn about a lot. I was actually a Canada Top Exec member, which was PR and outreach, and I used to talk to people in terms of sponsorships and stuff, so I got to know a lot of companies. So great experience. So do 1 to 2 that's within your career realm. If you're in health, join some health related club, maybe volunteering at nursing or retirement home. These are great things on your experience sheet. That's gonna be needed because these days they want you to have experience since you're 1 year old, so you can get started now. So next thing I would say is recreational clubs, because in recreational you need to have something you have fun. Me, I joined a lot of dance clubs. I was part of professor. I did modeling, I did dancing, I did a lot of cultural clubs. So I would actually recommend you trying to do some sort of a recreational club, which would be really helpful to just have fun. And that's where you build network that's based on fun and enjoyment, and you're not thinking about being professional, and you can get a lot of great friends out of it, because university is not university, college, all these experiences and not experiences where you just go to build for your future only. You're also building friendships and fulfillment. So great place for that. And the third type of club I'll tell you to be part of is something with health related that keeps you healthy. I wish I did a little bit more of that, but I was part of badminton, I did some volleyball, I did some basketball. So there's a lot of intramural clubs within your schools, I am sure. So join them, because your girl wanted to be a professional athlete, but my ACL tear didn't let me. I wanted to go be a varsity athlete. That didn't work. So intramurals it was. I did 3-on-3 basketball for a bit. It's fun. They have tournaments, so join that. So if you don't join any kind of club, guess what? Lack of connections. You don't build common grounded, interested friends that you could actually vibe with. And then when you are trying to apply for a job that you have your experience and there's hundreds of people already trying to apply if you're going the corporate route, well, there's nothing for you to stand out, is it? Because a lot of places do not look at grades, they look at beyond the grades, and this is a part of it. Even if you're going the business route like I did, you are lacking connections to build potential clientele or investors or co-founders that you can work with, right? Next one, invest time to actually look good. I know, you're like, girl, I just want to wear my PJs. Nope, baby, no, we're not doing PJs, please. I did see people in their PJs because they live in res and stuff like that. I didn't live in res, but I really recommend not please doing that, because you want to feel good. It makes you be more productive. I've noticed that when I see even dress up, you don't have to be glamorous, babes. You just have to feel good. Like your hair in a way that you feel good. If you like makeup, wear a little bit of makeup and so on, and actually invest in just feeling good by looking good, because even if you're having a bad day, a lot of times it helps you. For me, it even helped me study. It would actually gear start my studying. And till this day, I get dressed up somehow, some way every day. Not full glam, just together. Does that make sense? I actually have a video that I talk about how to get ready in a short period of time. I'll put it right here so you guys can check that out when you don't want to think and just get ready in the mornings, especially when you're late to class like I used to. You can definitely use that. Next one is, if I look down, it's because I made notes for you guys. So what do you lose in the future if you don't get dressed up? Well, in my opinion, you lack the motivation to get things done. So you might stay behind. You might feel off. What else? Lack of confidence. Getting dressed up actually makes you feel confident, and you never know who you meet. So that was a big thing for me, just to feel good and at the top of my game, no matter what. I will let it slide for exam time. I was the type of person who still get dressed up for exams, again, because it just put me in the mode. Next one is learning your study type. What do I mean by that? It took me almost like 2 years into my undergrad to learn my study type. I learned that I don't work well with groups, but I also don't work well with being alone in a quiet space. I need like noise. So working in a cafe or in a library that has some sort of common noise, it actually helps me. Like in white noise, I cannot work. We had this floor. I went to Master University, so we had this floor on the 6th down floor that was quiet. If you ask me if I've been there, I've never been there, babes. I've never been there. So I was usually in the first or second, where it would be people talking, but it was like white noise. You can't really tell who is exactly speaking, if that makes sense. That's why I love me a cafe like this one. Some people work really well in groups and bounce ideas off of each other. I wasn't really like that. I'm more of a headspace person than a speaking and learning type of person. I like it in my own mind, if that makes sense. And one thing I want to say under studying is just, if you're not going to do anything, just look at your course material right before lecture or a class or whatever it is. Just reading or skimming through it will give you 10x more retention than many things. There's this guy on YouTube, I think his name is Jun Yu, and he does great tips. So I would recommend that for your studying and so on. If you don't learn your study style, guess what? You're going to be behind. You're going to cram last minute, not get the grades you need to keep your honor roll. Like when I was in honor, I had to keep a certain grade or else I can't graduate with my honors. I would be dishonored, let's say. But so make sure you have your study down, because you want to keep up to what you want your standard to be in terms of when you graduate. Then you might lack experience, you might not enjoy the process, and you'll probably get anxiety. So that's something I would definitely tell you to look into ASAP, Rocky. Number 5, switch your program if your gut is screaming at you that you don't like your program. Listen, when we're young, we're made to decide really quickly without much maybe prior experience. If you're going from high school to university or university to master's, a master's to PhD, whatever you're doing, whatever your next level in academics is, once you get into it, if you're not feeling it, I'm telling you, don't pressure yourself. You would rather switch earlier and be able to actually do what you really want to do. This is something my sister did. Maybe I'll bring her to talk about it. 2 years in, not even first year, 2 years in, she went from political science to commerce because she really wanted to do business and it's more broad, and she thought about her future and potential options. And she was like, I don't want to be a lawyer. Like some undergrads, you have to be something after it, or you have to do something after it to get the most out of the undergrad. So it's like compulsory to be going to postgrad. She really thought about it. She's like, I don't want to be a lawyer, so what's the point of my undergrad? So she switched to commerce, and she's excelling as a corporate baddie right now in the financial industry. We love her for that. She's about bringing her along. Again, who cares? Everybody says, who cares? That's what you got. And maybe you said to everybody, I can't wait to get into this program, but you got it, you hate it. Baby, you're allowed to change your life. Nobody else says it's okay. I'm letting you know it's totally okay. Do it. in the future, if you don't do it, you're going to have difficulties, you're going to have regret. You don't want that. So please go for that. Plus, if you end up getting a degree later, you're like, I hated my undergrad. I've had friends who do that. I have a friend who did architecture undergrad. Now she's in nursing because she really didn't like her whole architecture, but she just felt like she needed to finish because she started, but she regrets even trying to finish because that's extra school loans now to pay back. Numero 6. Oh my gosh. Frosh week, baby. Or any kind of party. Go for it. I might be like the bad influence here, but it's a good influence. Go party, babes. Go do your thing because you have to enjoy your university, master's, PhD, whatever experience. I'm really gearing at the university people and college people here that experience and enjoy yourself. Obviously, please don't go do it every single weekend, but please go and enjoy yourself and have fun, especially those seasonal ones like Halloween, New Year's, Valentine's, whatever it is. Those seasonal ones where it doesn't really take out too much of your time, like a long weekend kind of thing, do it. Just be safe and be balanced, and it makes for a great story and it's more fulfilling. Guys, sometimes you have to do things in life because it makes for a great story. I don't want to be 80 and have the most boring stories, and till this day I am reaping the rewards of it. So please enjoy yourself. Number 7 is career insights or career days or career meetups. I know every school has times where employers come and they just talk about their company because people love, guys, take advantage of being a student. People love helping students because they see them as these innocent people who are willing to learn. And it's true. You're innocent to the world, willing to learn, and people love helping students. So use it. When you're like 35 or 40 versus like your 20s or early 30s, being a student is very different. So I would say just use the hell out of those career days where employers come, even if you're not going to work with them, just get to know them. You never know. You might get a mentor out of that. Even if you're going to do business like me, you might still get a mentor out of that. Because again, I did business starting the 3rd year of my university, and I still went to those career days because you always just want to build connections, because you never know what you learn from that one conversation or who you connect with that might help you with opportunities later. Number 8 is something I wish I did more. I didn't do it that well. My sister did it, so I'm saying it is something you should do. Build a relationship with professors. Guys, my sister got opportunities just because she was besties with her marketing prof. And I did that when I was in high school. Like, one of my teachers literally gave me a 5% extra on my entire grade in English because she saw how involved I was in high school, and my average went from 87 to 90. So I graduated with a 90%. So it's like 4 point something GPA in high school. Don't ask me about university. I just passed enough for honors and I'm happy with that. So please, because they have a lot of knowledge and they're going to help you, especially if you are in, or TAs as well. TA, if that's what you guys call it, like teacher's assistant, especially if you're in literature based or opinion based type of courses. A lot of how people grade you on those is based off how they know you. And I've talked to TAs close up and they said that if I know the person naturally, I'm going to be inclined to it. And my mom was a teacher, so I heard it from her too. If you have some sort of a relationship with the student in terms of like who they are and they come to you, if you're grading their essay, you're going to have a different vibe. You're going to see it from their perspective of who they are as a human versus just through the academic eyes. And that makes a huge role if you are in that kind of course. So please, it just builds a lot of credibility going forward when you get the referral. Number 9. It is something just some people do, but I just want to tell you guys, you don't have to do this or think about this. Is finding a soulmate in school. Babes, there's no timeline. You don't know when it's going to happen. Yes, there's high school sweethearts. There's sweethearts that met in college, uni, and schools. And it could be for you too, but just don't seek it. If it happens, happens. Just don't seek your mate. Seek your plate of cash. Anyways, so those are things I would tell you to definitely keep in mind. Spend time with your friends. Don't feel guilty. If you're doing everything I just said already, babes, go out, go for a cafe, go for anything you want to do. And when I say partying, it doesn't have to be like haggers or dances. I went to different party, done up dancing type of parties. I never went to a kegger, but I don't mean that. Like, some of you guys might not even do any of those. You might just do like board game night with your friends. Like, please do that. That's a party. Ask me now. That's a vibe. Experience and have fun. These last three are very important because if you don't have these foundational understanding, the other ones honestly won't make sense or you might not be inclined to do them. So these mentalities going to get you really ahead. Oh, something I think I missed. I'm going to add it. I don't know what number I missed. Anyways, so take your time. I took a 4-year undergrad. I did it for 6 years. I took less courses, enough to be full-time. So find out if whatever is enough to be full-time, because I still wanted my school loans, like government loans for the school, because you need to have a mandatory amount of courses. For me, it was 3. So usually people take 5 a semester. For me, it was 3. I was like, oh, because that allowed me to join the clubs, build my business all out there, build my connections. Guys, who told you? By law in Canada, you can finish your undergrad in 8 years. So what's stopping you from taking your time? Nothing. And you can even work while going to school. I also worked while going to school, a job to pay bills and stuff. So take your time. There's no rush. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why society has this thing of you need to finish, everybody finishes high school at a certain time, then university at a certain time, then you get a job, married, I hate the how-tos. There's no defined how-to. If I want to get to a destination, I can take multiple routes to it. And the beautiful thing about life is you can create different routes that makes the most sense to you. So please do so. You're not in competition. You need to create a fulfilled experience, because finishing 4 years rushing and not having all these other things that I just talked about and not doing these things, it's not going to make you the most equipped person in terms of running business or going corporate. Either or. What I'm telling you actually is going to help you be equipped for either or very, very well and make the most out of your school experience. These last 3 are, again, the foundational things that you really need. Let's talk about it. Educational institutions, and I knew this while I went before into university, even a little bit in high school, is that educational institutions are a networking playground. Let me give you an example. One time I was in the washroom, ladies' washroom, and just over her talking, because obviously if you're talking in the washroom, I'm going to hear you. So I heard 2 girls talking, and one of the girls were actually granddaughters. Was a granddaughter or daughter of one of the Shark Tank's judge. And I was like, you never know who you're sitting beside, do you? I was a little bit shy at that time to even be like chit chat. Also, I was completing my duties in the washroom, so I'm not gonna just leave like hello. You just never know. So network is a beautiful thing. A lot of my clients till this day is because of the people I met in university. Like, my business literally did well because of people I knew in university, because they became my clients. So I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Relationships are key to a lot of things, no matter where you live in this world. And educational institution is one of the best places for that, because you have people from different economic backgrounds, different cultures, different lives. It's just so dope. Beyond the professional scheme of life, business, career, whatever, just meeting people, their stories. It's just so beautiful beyond that, right? So please build your connections. You just never know what you learn. I've learned so much from people from different backgrounds. Oh, can you guys hear that? It's the fire department. Must be coming for me. I'm joking. Number 12, you do not have to look the same as everyone else in terms of your journey. The biggest FOMO is fear of not seizing opportunities for growth, which is mental health or professional. Do what makes sense for your future, because what you want might be different from someone else. So do not replicate others' behavior. Create your own and let everybody else fit into that mold. Did you get me? Create your own and let everybody else fit in that mold. And the last one is, do you make mistakes? It's a time where not everything's going to be perfect. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. Just get back up. What I mean get back up is, even if you failed the class, it's okay. You can continue. Guys, I failed the class. I've gotten a D. I've gotten from A+ to a D in university. I've had the most versatile experience when it comes to school. I swear to God. I even got a hit for, what is it called? Plagiarism. They thought I was plagiarizing. I copied and pasted one word. But yeah, that didn't stop me. I just continued. So create your own experience. Be creative with your experience, meaning do your own thing. Do what you love to do, but just don't stay in the classroom. Just make the best out of the experience. There's no wrong or right, but there is efficient. That's what I always say. So till next time, I hope you guys got value out of this. And I hope you take at least even one thing and implement it right away in September, October when you start, or in the new semester in January, February. So go ahead, get one thing going. and enjoy yourself. And let me know. Come back here and let me know. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thieves Nation out.